Hello and welcome to another episode of Archaeobotany. The first known concrete evidence of weeds appears 12,000 years ago within the Levant. Over time, within the realm of domestication, various plants and animals have been domesticated and cultivated. At the same time, within the new cultivated systems, different plant species began adapting to the environments created through farming. Various perennial species and annual species, such as those that begin growing after a forest fire, or some sort of natural disaster that wipes out a good chunk of the major plant life, found themselves really well adept at colonizing farmland. It is these species that are commonly called weeds. In modern times, agronomists attempt to kill these things using different methods, oftentimes using herbicides, conventional weed pulling, or plowing. Currently, there's high amounts of interest in trying to figure out which plants were the first proto-weeds, the first plants that would first adapt themselves to farming environments. Discovering such species could indicate at which points farming became a thing in different locations of human settlement. The dig site Ohalo 2 had specific conditions to allow for high amounts of preservation of plant material, allowing for identification up to and including the species level. Dr. Anit Sinner of the Institute of Archaeology at Bar Ilan University of Israel did extensive work to try to figure out what these proto-weeds were, and here are the results. Over 150,000 charred seeds and fruit were collected. Amongst these, 15,726 of these seeds, or 10.5% of all seeds, belong to 13 current weed species. This includes Adonis dentata, Fumaria densifolia, Fumaria macrocarpa, Galium tricartum, Lolium reticulatifolium, Lolium timetellum, Melodus indicus, Nalcilla apifica, Chenopodium album, Malva parafolia, another Malva species that I cannot pronounce, Notobasis syrica, and Ciliberum martinarum. As of right now, almost all proto-weed species belong to species of current weeds, including cleavers and darnel. Many of these specimens are closer to their wild type versus the current weed morphology, such as Chenopodium album, Malva parvifolia, and Notobasis syrica. The presence of such a wide variety of proto-weeds, particularly cleavers, indicate that these species were growing alongside the wild ancestors of these crops, such as wild wheat, wild barley, and wild oat. It also indicates that several weed species have their origins within the Near East. Chenopodium album, Malva parvifolia, and Notobasis syrica, and several other species are good indicators for environmental disturbance, as these species are nitrophilic, growing in extensively nitrogen-rich environments, such as dumping sites, manure piles, and so on and so forth. Within this environment, alongside these proto-weed specimens, there's greater levels of domesticated cultivars of different species. Greater than 10% of the cultivated crops were of the domestic type within this region and dig site. 36% of the barley harvested from this dig site had signs of domestication. 25% of the remnants of wheat also had domesticated traits. Based on this information, Ohalo 2 is the origin point of a great many precursors to domesticated wheat and barley. It was also the home to the precursors to the weed forms of various common weeds found in modern gardens and farms even to this day. Based on this information, although the Ohalo region does not show any further formations of more domesticated forms, this location may represent a precursor or an early attempt at domestication, and by proxy, an early attempt at the weeds adapting to a specific environment. This is confirmed by a large number of edible grasses still found within this region, such as wild wheat, barley, and oats, and a large number of proto-weeds. The presence of domesticated traits within the remnants of these seeds also indicate early attempts at domestication. Although this dig site predates the domestication process by 11,000 years, this location represents the first attempts at domestication and the first time that proto-weeds begin growing within the vicinity of human camps. This indicates that attempts at domestication occur multiple times and are met with a series of trials and failures in early agriculture, and that the transition from hunter-gatherer to agriculture was not as clean as once thought. But eventually agriculture would happen, and various species specialized to disturbed environments would gradually adapt to that new environment. And that's about everything. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you really enjoyed it and think you can donate, you can do so at Buy Me a Coffee, link in the description below. Thank you for watching.